Take three. What is up, everybody? This is a brand new series that I'm very creatively calling Brock Talks because I'm going to talk a lot. And to those of you who don't like that idea, thankfully you don't have to watch it. So I will see y'all later. And if you enjoy my other content, then that's awesome too. You know, whatever you're into, that's great. Why I am doing this is because it can be difficult to produce the type of content I would like to on a more regular scale because I'm not always at home and a lot of it is technical and a lot of it means I need to be here. And technical in a sense of I need to set up, direct inputs and microphones and have different cabling and be aware of the headphones I'm using, and I'm doing audio and video mixing. And the idea here is that I can just kind of record this anywhere. I don't even technically need a tripod. I'm using one today, but I don't need one. I can just hold my phone and talk to you guys. And so the topics we're going to talk about are going to be ranging. Almost everything is on the table to be talked about. This channel is primarily music focused, so there will obviously be music content. I'm super excited to do a video about digital sound processing because it's just awesome nowadays compared to where it was even 5 years ago. And I really want to talk about it. So we're gonna. But the first few videos are going to focus on kind of me. I know, selfish of me. Because a main thing I want this series to be about is discussing my experiences as somebody who is visually impaired living in a heavily visual world. So, with that, I'll say about me, I don't have a college degree, but I've got plenty of years of college education in journalism, civil engineering, marketing, and computer programming. I've also researched the shit out of a ton of different things, so I'm pretty knowledgeable in politics, history, science, various degrees, though it's more of a layman's term. Like, I can kind of understand if a particle physicist were to talk to me about their work, as long as they kept in mind that, yeah, I basically know what a quark and a fermion is and that, but like very basically. And I tend to be much more comfortable with larger subjects. So I know a little bit about CPU and GPU architectural design. And I actually think that is a fascinating subject, and we are going to talk about it. Absolutely. It won't be as good a discussion as like Cortex has done on multi-layered CPUs, but they're just so cool. So I'm going to talk about them. So, yeah. More about who I am, besides from being a curious person who will clearly study up seemingly random bits of the world. I have been, I was born with nystagmus, and, obviously have been recognized as having a disability as such. I can see, and I can't see very well, especially when it comes to fine details. What I use for a camera is, like a cell phone with a big screen. This is my old phone. So Xiaomi Mi Max, the first time I had a phone and went, this screen is actually maybe kind of big enough at 6.4 inches. Pretty much the same size screen on my S20 FE, and I need to have it with the screen facing me. Not because I can see my facial expression or what I'm doing. I can actually see when my hands are entering the shot, which is good because I'm kind of intentionally doing that. I'd actually typically talk with my hands lower down, but I'm accentuating it so that you can see it, so that you don't just see like boop, boop, boop every now and then. And it doesn't look as weird. Oh my god, I just got thrown off my train of thought. Right. I need to do that so I can see how the shot is. I can see where I am, so I'm not veering too far in either direction or blocking out the tiger that I very intentionally left in here. I have spent years as a photographer, and obviously I've done some videos here. People can see that I have at least basic editing skills and filming skills. So obviously I'm paying attention to my shots. I want to have it looking pretty good, and I want visuals to be interesting, which I guess segues me into with the visuals for this series. It won't always be just me talking at you. I will do some videos where there's just related imagery, or some where I just show footage of me playing a video game. Maybe driving around in Forza or something like that, and just seeing the sights, because I think it would be more interesting than just looking at this. I can absolutely understand people who are like, I don't want to just see this for 10, 20 minutes. I get you. I don't really like looking in the mirror either. So, yeah. I guess final words, looking forward to the next few videos. Like I said, we're going to be talking about me. And we're going to start by running through the things I've been both professionally diagnosed with and self-diagnosed with. So obviously professionally diagnosed with nystagmus, which is recognized as a disability by the Canadian government. Depression. I self-diagnosed myself with depression at 14 and was officially diagnosed at 19 and started taking antidepressants this year at 29, which basically stopped me being suicidal. So, that's pretty cool. It kind of points to the fact that I was right when I spent the time researching, and that, if somebody knows themselves well and they research well and they're not just picking things out of a medical textbook and saying, I have that, and then next week it's like, no, actually it's that. They can be right, and you should listen to people who self-diagnose, but you should also keep in mind that a self-diagnosis is just that. So, we can talk at a later date about the value some might find in that. The next thing I think I've been professionally diagnosed with, and the last thing, I guess, is anxiety. I don't actually know if that one's officially been diagnosed, but I failed a class, at least one, because essentially of anxiety. It has definitely hampered my life. And actually that could just be partially autism, but it really does feel more like it's, at least in my later years, and probably as a kid too, developed into a core morbidity of anxiety. And I guess I kind of just spoiled what my self-diagnosis is. It's autism, ASD1, or what used to be called Asperger's, the mild form of autism. And alexithymia is another one I have self-diagnosed with recently. And I'll talk about this in detail. I will support, give evidence to support my self-diagnoses, as well as talk about why I'd been diagnosed with the things I'd been diagnosed. I will do an episode next in fact, on nystagmus. And there will be many videos where we talk about, I think one of them I'm going to do is just like going out to like a new restaurant or something, just, oh yeah, I'm going to go to Subway and then drop off some mail or something like that. That experience is vastly different for me than it would be for somebody who is neurotypical and sees perfectly fine and you know so yeah, those will be some of the things we talk about in future videos. For now, if anybody has any feedback, I would love to hear it. I'm the kind of person where if evidence points in a direction, that's where I'm going to go. So anything I say here, if I see evidence to the contrary, I am totally, absolutely 100% willing to revisit my views, to, rethink things. And if I change my mind because of something one of you say, I'll acknowledge it. Absolutely. I'm not coming on here to say I'm the god of this YouTube channel and my word is gospel, because it's not. Absolutely not. I will not share every detail about my life with the internet because I know it's going to be there forever. And I mean, I know a lot. I don't know if I necessarily think of myself as intelligent because, again, I haven't actually gotten a college diploma despite, 6 years, I think, of college education. But I point to being smart. I at least seem to exhibit traits or have enough knowledge that you might say I'm smart. But I'm obviously no genius. I'm no expert in anything. Not at all. So if I'm wrong, I'm willing to admit it. I want people to point it out. I want a discussion to come around these subjects. I want to hear from people. I want to grow the channel. We're 52 subscribers at the moment. I'd like that to be more. I realize that's not going to happen just because of these videos. But a part of helping foster that is being open with you guys and communicating. And as the person running the channel, I am sort of the leader in the discussions that are going to end up happening here. And as that, I want to be very, very clear that, I want us to be open and honest and everybody willing to, look at things in a different light. I'm not saying I'm 100% right or 100% wrong or anybody else here is anything. I'm not saying anybody is anything. I'm saying let's look at it on a case-by-case basis, and if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, and if I'm right, I'm right. And yeah, I really look forward to having some discussions with people. I really hope that y'all take me up on this and that we get some feedback and I hear about the things you want to see and your experiences and where you could relate or where you disagree, how you think I need to include things, that I might skip over in some of my videos, or, if you just want me to make them shorter. So yeah, that's going to be it for this one, guys. Whenever you're watching this, day, night, just have a good one. Take care and be good to each other. Stay safe.